Do you often find your to-do lists piling up while your motivation goes downhill? It's not easy to find the balance between work, home, and personal life. Many of us get distracted, focus on low-priority tasks, and procrastinate. More so now. Amidst the pandemic, when working from home and dealing with new distractions has become the new normal, there are little things that you can change in your life that can help you feel more fulfilled. Maybe you want to have more free time. You want to save more money to prepare for an investment or an event, like marriage or moving out. Whatever it is that you want to achieve, you're either getting closer or further away from your goals with what you do on a daily basis. There's a famous entrepreneur that says, "We are what we repeatedly do." This means that we're defined by our habits, and our habits determine the outcomes of our lives. If you change what you do repeatedly, you can change the outcomes. So, if you want to make more money, save more, improve your mind or your body, it all starts with changing your habits and changing your lifestyle. In this video, I'm going to make a list of habits you can adopt and lifestyle changes you can implement today to make more money and, more importantly, feel more fulfilled and achieve your most desired goals. These are things you can do right after you finish the video, and they require no investment. 1. Stop caring about what other people think. Why is this important? Because many of us don't do a lot of things for ourselves. We actually do it for others. You shouldn't do it to impress others. You should do it because it genuinely makes you feel better. Or you can treat expensive items, like watches, as trophies. When you make S amount of money, you can buy Y. If you stop caring about what others say about you, you will save so much money on things that don't actually matter to you. You'll realize that you can be just as happy without expensive items, as long as you don't genuinely want them. So, you should start practicing being careless when it comes to what people say about you. How? 2. Understand that they don't care about you. Let's imagine that you're on the street and you're walking home back from work and you're all tired. At a certain point, you trip and fall over. Everyone looks at you and you feel embarrassed. You get up and walk home, head down. You think about that all night and you even think about it basically. You let this little experience ruin 2 days of your life. And some of you will likely relate to this, because this is what happens to many. Well, as if the thought alone that a single experience can ruin a couple of days isn't enough to make you careless, here's a fact. You might be thinking about it for hours and hours to come, but all the people around you that saw you fall over already forgot about it. Even if they laughed at you, they did for like 30 seconds, and then they're going to move on with their lives. They're going to forget about you like you never existed. Meanwhile, you're still thinking about it as if it would change something. And it's the same when you're trying to impress other people. Let's pretend that you own a Ferrari. If you buy it for yourself, good for you. But if you buy it to impress others, you're going to be very disappointed. Everyone will compliment you for like 10 seconds, and then they already forgot about you. With all this in mind, are you still going to live your life differently just to please others? They will laugh or be impressed or offend you for a couple of minutes, while you're the one who has to live with the consequences of your actions for the rest of your existence. 3. Plan your spending. Impulsive spending is a big issue in the US today, just like everywhere in the world. Wherever you go, you're bombarded with special offers. If you limit yourself to predictable and planned spending only, you will be forced to spend. You're going to stop impulsive purchases, which currently represent a big percentage of your income. To plan your spending, you have to consider everything. How often do you go grocery shopping? Maybe you do it 4 to 5 times a week. You should reduce that to once or twice. Obviously, fresh products like fruits and vegetables are an exception. Other expenses are rent, TV, bills, and so on. I also advise you to leave a small percentage of your income for you to spend on anything you want. This way, you also have some free spending freedom, which will help you keep it all under control. I advise you to do this week by week or month by month. Also, at the end of each month, you should review your spending habits to see if you have actually followed your plans or not. You should not plan spending for 100% of your income. You should always leave a small percentage for you to save. So you might spend 80% of your income and save 20%. There's no point in doing all this. The goal is to save cash and stack it up for future investments. 4. Get out of your comfort zone every day. You've heard this thousands of times. Get out of your comfort zone. Making more money requires you to get out of your comfort zone. Famous entrepreneur and mentor Dan Pena says, A turtle can only move forward when it sticks its head and legs out when it's the most vulnerable. This means that the only way for you to move forward is to take some risks and do things that make you uncomfortable. To get used to the feeling, you should do one thing that scares you every day. Imagine doing this even for just 1 month. It'll change your life. 5. Start talking about money. If your friends don't want to talk about it, maybe it's time to find new friends. If you never talk about money, you can't expect to make more. Most people have a negative association with it, like it's evil or something. If you grew up hearing things like money is the root of all evil, and rich people are greedy, you need to change your mindset. You can't expect to become rich if this is what goes through your head. Talk about how you want to multiply money, get advice from people with more experience, and start hanging out with people that you admire. 6. Stop trying to spend less. Think about making more. This is a mindset shift that's very important. You might think that this is a contradiction to what I said before about not spending money on useless things and tracking your spending, but that's not the case. I'm not saying to go out there and spend everything you have on things you don't truly need or at least want. I'm just saying that you should start focusing on how you can increase your income, instead of constantly trying to figure out ways to save a few pennies here and there. I saw so many blogs saying that in order to get rich, you need to start with not buying a daily coffee. What? Really? To get rich, I need to stop spending a couple of dollars on some coffee? I don't think so. 7. Set money goals. If you have no goals, you can't achieve anything. To feel fulfilled, you need to achieve something. There's nothing more addictive than the feeling of seeing your work generating results. In order to set proper goals, use this checklist. Your goals need to have numbers. For example, make $5,000 next month, to have deadlines, to be realistic, to have a strategy for achievement, to be divided into smaller goals, targets, or tasks. Thank you guys so much for watching, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. With that said, have a great day you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.